Welcome to Podsauce, your podcast discovery show. I'm Dax Holt.
I am Alicia Renee.
And we are going to get right into it. We've got someone who is, number one, huge on TikTok. Have you ever heard of the TikTok Bachelor? Look at you.
Because I was busting Matt's chops beforehand.
So we got Matt Wurnig on. He is, well, on TikTok, he's got 50 dates, 50 states. It is now a podcast that is blowing up.
Yes.
And he is going around the country, going on dates.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it either.
There's a part of me that's not mad at it, and then there's another part of me that is about to get all in your stuff, Matt. So buckle up. Welcome to Podsauce.
Hey, thank you for having me. I'm also not mad about it. It's a pretty good gig. Pretty good gig. Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it.
Okay, so wait. Tell us, where in the continental United States are you right now at this moment as we are taping?
I just checked into my hotel in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So just finished up date state number 21 in Cleveland, Ohio, and now date state 22.
Ooh, and now who we got lined up in Pennsylvania?
So that's a great question. I had my original Pennsylvania date, but she texted me late last night, said she had a family emergency, and so starting tomorrow she was going to leave town and was going to be out of town for about a week. And so I'm like, oh no.
Matt, you're getting stood up? You are the TikTok Bachelor. You can't be getting stood up, man.
Wait, no.
I know. Hey, family emergency. I was like, hey, I understand. Like, I hope everything is well. And now I got to go through the files, and I got to.
The files.
The files.
Matt? Oh my God. Well, first of all, we got to work on how you say that you got stood up, because Matt said, well, I got into town and then I hit her and she's leaving town immediately. So we got to work on the flow, brother. We got to work on the flow.
There.
So of your bevy of women that you're going to spruce through for tonight's date, who's looking promising, Matt? And what do you look for when you're going through these different states and you're looking at these women from various states? What is it that attracts you that you're like, oh, this is the one?
Yeah, there's a lot of different factors that play into me filtering out who I think would be good and who I think would not be good.
We got to work on your wording. I got you, brother. Don't even worry about it. I got you. Stay online after when we're done with this interview. Continue.
All right. Well, I got in the first 2 months that the application was open for dates to apply, we had over 10,000 applications.
Jeez, that's
Good
amazing.
for you, Matt. Good for you. I can't even get 10 dates, but go ahead. Go ahead.
But so out of all those 10,000, obviously it's very tedious to go through. And so I looked at things like location. If I have news interviews set up in certain spots, if there's towns I haven't visited before, if there's really cool, entertaining things to do on a date, I look at where the date might be located. So that's a huge thing, is location in each state. I look at all my dates' profiles that apply. And if they don't have a profile picture, or I can't really tell anything about them through their profile on Instagram, it's really hard for me to choose something. I don't want to get catfished or anything like that. And so I look through their profile to see if I can tell if they're in a sorority, or if they're in med school, if they like sports, if they're big foodie. I don't know, just something where I could tell a little bit about them. Obviously, I want to be attracted to them. I don't want to. If I'm being honest, I feel like everybody, when you go on a date with someone, you don't want to sit across from someone and it be an eyesore.
Spectacular. Spectacular. I don't want to sit across from Gargamel, so we just need to figure this out.
Yeah.
Gargamel.
I'll address the elephant in the room. So there's that age. I look at age. That's a huge thing, because I'm 25 and I get a lot of applications that are like 16 and 17-year-olds applying, and it's like,
nope.
No.
It's called
Matt
jail.
doesn't want to be going to jail in Pennsylvania.
Thank you. He said no thank you.
Exactly. So those are a lot of the factors that play into it. Age, location. I have them list their date ideas in there if they have some date ideas in the application. So if they're creative with that, and then their profile.
Okay.
Matt, you're making them do all the work. This is spectacular. How did I not think of this hustle?
Okay, so Matt, I need to know. You're going on all these dates. You're obviously attracted to these women. Here's the question, though. Your business is blowing up. Your TikTok's huge. Your podcast is huge. What happens if you actually fall in love on one of these dates? Does it ruin the brand?
It would be pretty detrimental if I fell in love, but you know, I have trained my brain. Even though I might be having such a good time with a girl, the next day I'm leaving and going to a new place. So I like have to just mentally prepare ahead. And
But do these women come into this date thinking, I could be the one, or this is just for fun? Like everyone knows
Good
this is
question.
a one-time date, it's in, it's out, we're done, or someone could be looking for love.
I think in season 1 when I did this, it was more like platonic and friendship and I'm gonna meet someone new, and I think both parties understood that. Where in season 2 it holds a little bit more weight going on a date since there is a winner at the end of this season, and me and her
A
are going to Puerto
winner?
Rico.
What
There
do you mean?
is. So out of all 50 dates, I will pick a winner at the end, and me and her will go to Puerto Rico for 4 nights. And I think that holds some weight with, you know, how we go to the date and how they present themselves and the things we do and how well we connect. So I think a little bit of that plays a big factor.
Man, that's hard to.
Matt figured it out. I mean, Matt figured it out. He's such a hustler, and I'm here for it. Let me tell you something. Matt said, what is it? The freaking Match.com, don't need you. Plenty fish in the sea, who? You know what I mean? Like, I'm here for it. They got to come up with the date ideas, and are you flying, driving? How are you getting from state to state? How are you getting around?
I drive in the 50 Dates, 50 States car. So it's a Dodge Challenger wrapped in 50 Dates, 50 States.
Spectacular. Sponsored by Dodge?
It's not sponsored by Dodge, but I would love that. But yeah, I drive around in that, drive everywhere, and then I'll obviously fly to Hawaii and Alaska.
Who's paying for these dates, Matt?
I am.
Out of your pocket?
Well, I should say I pay for the dates, but overall the ways money comes in is through sponsors, through merchandise.
Oh, I love it. My God.
TikTok and YouTube, and then also I have a great team around me of my management team and investors.
I'm hustling backwards. Team, what are y'all doing for me? Okay? You see what Matt's team is doing for him. Matt's team is getting him out here in the streets on 50 dates.
I've tried to get you on dates, and you said no. I
Matt
don't
is
need your
out
help.
Here. I need your help because Matt is out here living. He's about to
Hey,
go to
Matt,
Puerto
have you
Rico.
had a date in California yet?
Matt is 2, okay? Matt is 2. Leave Matt alone.
I actually do. So California is very interesting. Now, some people might not be a fan of this, but other people will. My California date this year in season 2 is actually the same girl as my date was in season 1. She's the same girl in season 1.
Oh, she may be going to Puerto Rico.
It could be, you know, who knows? So
Matt said 50 states or 49 because it's somebody with my name on them in Cali. Now, Matt, speaking of, we as in me, took a look-see at your bevy of beauties, noticed you don't have a lot of spice there, Matt. It spices the variety of life, Matt. Where are the Moniques? Where's, you know, where are my brown girls, my Latina girls, my Asian chicks? I'm on your neck, Matt. I'm on your neck.
That's fair. So season one, I did have a handful of like, you know, different ethnicities and backgrounds and stuff, because I had my Alaskan date was like an Alaskan native up there. I had a couple Hispanic ladies. I had a couple of Native American gals, and so I had a small handful. I will admit I didn't have the widest array that I should have, but I don't think that the one thing I don't think people understand is last season when I matched with when I got my dates, is I matched with them all on Tinder, and so they had to match with me as well. And so
the black girls were swiping.
Yeah, I don't think they want anything to do with me.
Oh,
I'm like, come
Matt.
on.
He turned that around, though.
He
I like what
did.
he did,
I
Matt.
like what he did there.
You are smart, Matt.
Oh, Matt.
So smart.
Your publicist, give him a raise.
He said, I would have.
He said, but
bring on the brown sugar.
they didn't check for
they
me.
didn't swipe for me.
Matt, somebody needs a raise.
Smart.
Somebody on your
Bring
team.
on the brown sugar. Wow, that's gonna go in my Instagram bio.
They'll start swiping. Bring on the brown sugar. I guarantee they'll be like, oh, Matt's about that life. He can come to the cookout. Say less. Say less.
Oh, it's good. That's hilarious.
I'm excited for you. I'm excited for what do your friends and your family have to say about 50 dates, 50 states? What's the word on the curb?
Yeah, they when I told my parents initially that because right after college I was working for a baseball team full time, and when I gave them a ring and I said, "Hey, mom and dad, I'm quitting my full time job to go travel and date women," they were very concerned, to say the least. They were like, "Yeah, we don't think so," and I'm like, "Hey, I think it sounds fun," and I was very prepared for it, and they were very worried because when I did it season 1, it was kind of in the middle of COVID,
Oh.
and so obviously traveling it was not ideal. And so I just kind of took the jump and the leap of faith, trying to grow the brand and build a following, and it worked out, which is good. And my family worries about me all the time, but it's nice that they can get on TikTok or YouTube and keep up to date with me and what I'm doing. My friends, they think it's in the beginning they were giving me some smack because I was going on virtual dates, and that's how it all started. So they were like, "Oh, you little loser, sitting in your room." Doing virtual dates. But now they're like, "Oh, pretty cool. You're traveling and meeting people left and right." So I have a good support group of people around me, which is awesome.
The most important question, where did this come from? Because we all know that, a lot of people obviously are dating through different platforms and whatnot. What was the catalyst that made you say, you know what, I'm going to take a different angle and I'm going to twirl around 50 dates, 50 states?
Yeah, it like right when COVID first hit and quarantine happened, everybody was at home. They didn't really know what was going on, and everything started turning virtual. And I hopped on Tinder, and it said that you could place your location anywhere in the U.S. for free, so you can connect with people during this time. And so I was like, it was almost, I don't know if you guys have ever had an idea where just like a light switch goes on in your head, and
No, we don't think. We don't think. We don't like to think. It stresses us out. We have other things to
We
worry
let
about.
you people do it for us.
Oh, all right, fair. And so literally this idea just came on in my head, and I was like, oh, what if I tried to go on a virtual date with a girl in every state, and while things are shut down? And so I got to the drawing board, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing in the beginning. I just started making content and kind of throwing it out there and putting out highlights. And it's funny, I look back and I'm like, how was I doing this? I was going on like 3 or 4 virtual dates a night. So it was literally like I was on a date with a girl from Maine virtually, and then I'd be like, well, it's been fun, but I actually have to go. I have a date with Idaho next. Just so abnormal. But it was pretty funny how it all came to be. And then once it gained traction online, I was like, I got to go meet them all in person. So I got my truck wrapped, hopped in it, and hit the road.
Okay, Matt, most important question of the day. Which state has the prettiest girls?
The nerve. That's a good one.
I want to know.
That's
I want to
hard.
know.
The
Like, you got
nerve.
in those applications and you went, this is going to be tough.
That's a great question. Prettiest girls. I mean, each state's got a lot of pretty
Oh,
women.
don't try to dance around this, Matt.
But
I want answers.
I'll give you a straight answer. I feel like I got to go the safe route, and I have to say California because there's just so many options, and I feel like
State, so you're.
No, y'all are not reading the room. The chick in California, sis, I'm so happy for you. I'm going to send you a swimsuit as you make your way to Costa Rica. What's her name, Matt?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, that too. What's her name? Huh?
my California date.
Yeah, what's her name?
Sammy.
You see what I'm saying?
Sammy.
What's Idaho's name?
I don't have mine set up this year, but last year was Molly.
Oh.
That
Do
man,
you remember?
that man thought about that off the tip. He made that name up.
I remember every single name with every single state, no matter what. I
Okay.
promise.
Best date of last season.
I don't know if I believe him.
I cannot answer that.
Oh, come on,
Because it wasn't California.
I cannot answer that one.
All right.
Because it wasn't Cali, huh? It wasn't.
I told my dates last year that I would never
Kiss and tell?
Well,
Never rate them?
I told them I would never rank them, and so I was like, all right, I'll stay true to that. But I had a handful of favorites.
This guy's awesome.
The youth is in the future. The future is in the youth. 1,000%. 1,000%. I'm up here hustling backwards on the street corner in the pole, just trying to give it away. And here Matt is making money
Taking
off
applications.
taking freaking applications. 10,000.
All right, Matt, you're doing a lot of traveling around. You're in the car a lot. Are you listening to other people's podcasts as you drive around the country? And if you are, give us some of the podcasts you're listening to.
I'll be honest, I'm definitely like more of a music guy, or I listen to clips of podcasts. Like I'll listen to a lot of clips of different podcasts. I like to listen to motivational ones, so I know like Tony Robbins and Gary V. When they have some helpful insight to the ones they have.
Gary V is good. Gary V's a good one.
I do like listening to on Logan Paul, Impulsive. I do like listening to some of the trendy guests he'll have on and like hear some of the stories that they tell, along with I do a dabble. Like I said, I don't listen to really full length ones, but I'll listen to clips here and there of like Joe Rogan's. If it's like a trendy big one, I'll be like,
we are all over the gambit between Tony Robbins,
he's everywhere.
Logan Paul,
He's everywhere.
Joe Rogan. You've got eclectic taste.
Yeah, so that's kind of my wheelhouse, you could say. But I don't usually just turn one on and listen all the way.
He's your people.
Yeah, I feel it. Quick and easy in and out podcast. That's my style.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, Matt, I got to tell you, we are going to continue to enjoy your journey
1000%.
as you are as well.
Hey, thank you.
And if anyone else wants to join in on Matt's journey, definitely.
He's got 10,000 applicants. Matt is all right out here in these streets.
You got to check out
Matt is okay.
his podcast, 50 Dates, 50 States, and listen to all the amazing dates that he's going on. We're rooting for you, California.
Well, you and Sam come on the show when this whole farce is done, okay? when you're done out here getting your check, you and Sam come on in studio. We would love to get the exclusive.
Matt, thank you so much for joining us. For anyone who wants to check out 50 Dates, 50 States, head on over to podsauce.com.